Hey guys, good evening, good evening. Why is only high Trinidad? Why you guys hiding in the sky? Come and drop down because I'm not gonna be speaking to myself. And this is not about me and my moderator here tonight. So come on, guys, come on. Drop in. I don't be staying long. So come on. Drop down, drop it, take a seat. There's plenty seats around, and I'll be right there. Okay, I think I was off. Okay, so sorry guys, I was speaking to myself. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Okay, let's start. So, my views is of mostly and unbiased for the most part. Okay, I'm gonna use the names. Of course, you guys know who I'm speaking to. I'm not gonna call these people names or anything like that. I'm, giving them my own names, but you're all gonna know who I'm speaking about. Rickie and Reta. Okay, those are the two parties I'm speaking on. Now, this what I saw, a little bit of here, a little bit of there, and whatever. The whole thing is, Reta, let me address you first. Reta, you came here, you came in these streets, you came and you bam, you make a big explosion. Back at that time, you were the shit. Yeah, yeah. I enjoy all of that. Early mornings, late at night, during the night. You took a lot of people, you keep a lot of us company. A lot of them people will now turn their back and all of that. That's how human being behavior is. Now, everybody have a turn up on these streets for what I observe. Everybody have a turn or have a season. Okay. Now, I don't know, but what I've heard and what you have said, the first time um we realized you came and you explained to us how Rickie was very close to you at one time. I don't know what shoving match you all had. And people in the chat were saying, why didn't you cut him loose? And you said, well, this person was always finding you or always there for you or, was trying to get close to you. Whatever it was. What I look at, what I'm looking at, first and foremost, when when I realized who this Rickie was, okay, it was the geisha lady, that lady, with that, oh, all of that, all that raw sewage out there, because that's what it was like in the raw. Rita, I don't give a fuck right now if you don't speak to me again. I don't care. I'm speaking my truth. Okay? Speaking my truth. When this happened and your children was involved in this, these kids were minors, except and still are minors, except one. No, I think she was a minor too. And if even she was a minor too. Your big daughter. Okay. When this came out and this person put all of this in up front, you know what I thought that was? I said it's some lies. Can it be true? Because how would somebody go and speak the intimate shit like that to a total fucking stranger? It's not even to say you ever met this person in a real life. So I fault you right there. But the biggest fault, I'm not going to tramp you while you're dumb. Or maybe you don't give a fuck, right? Anyway, it's when all of this came out and then you regrouped with that person. You got balls of steel. Because for me, when it comes to my family, I always will tell people, hurt me, come to me, do whatever you want to do to me. But when I talk about my family, I'm talking about my kids. Okay? I'm talking about kids and my parents. Nobody fucked with them. Okay? Because that they're a part of my fucking mere identity, my existence. So you're not gonna fucking play around with them, especially not out here. But you find you have one of those forgiving heart. God bless you. because I know I born of sin. God will have God would have to forgive him. That was not no, no. And if I had done something like that, I wouldn't have want you to forgive me because I would always say that's fake. Because when I go, certain things when you go so far, it's no turning fucking back. It's the end of the road. It's the fucking end of the road. And sometimes you need to leave things alone. You need to leave it alone. And if some of us think and we do that, then it won't fester itself. You see, when something is not built on a strong foundation, what's going to happen? It's going to fucking crumble. I continuously say that. Okay? Because in every walks of life, we as human beings, we're going to fight. We're going to make up. But certain things, when you go that far, you cannot. You cannot turn back. You got to just keep going. Because when you turn back, what it does, slows you up. It's a whole back. You're going 6, 7, 8, 10 steps backward. So now let's start here now. That was on you. You want to do that. You wanted to do that. And that's the next thing too. You cannot love somebody more than you love yourself. And if at one time this person betrayed you, why would you make it a second, a third time? Why? Why? So, like I said, I fault you there too. I fault you there too. You should have known not to trust. You should have known not to open your mouth, not to say, be careful what you say, because you would know who have your back. And first of all, people, this is social media. Sometimes we got to keep it here and don't go beyond. Don't, because as human beings, we're going to get ourselves lost, you know, in situation. I'm not saying there's not good people out here. Okay? There are good people out here. You can meet very nice friends out here, but you have to go through all of the shit, and sometimes you pick up diamond in the rough. Okay? Okay, now, what I don't understand, what I've seen so far, and like I said, I don't give a fuck. You hear me? I'm not scared out of, I'm not scared of, I'm not scared of you, Rita, and I'm not scared of you, Rickie. None of the two y'all. I'm not scared of. Okay? None of y'all pay my fucking bills, and this is my mouth, my fucking platform. Okay? Good. And we're gonna keep it here. Who want to move off from this here? Hey, anything goes. Any fucking thing goes. Okay? So now, this is what I don't understand. One person, Rickie is seeing over on another fucking platform and think that this person is slighting him, and he gets mad and stored it up. I was there in the chat in the clouds. I was there when I saw Rita was modding, and Rita was real hyped up. And she's saying things like, it's a lot of snakes, things like that. Very hyped up. At one time, I saw when she said, drop one of the receipt, Rickie. Drop one of the receipts. With that, I think the live it ended shortly after that. I think a couple of hours later, because um this what you call it, the notifications is very bad. And then I've noticed, hello Harley, I've noticed Harley went live, and I was not seeing the chat. I can't remember this between sleep and wake, but I know she was talking to Rickie. And Harley, I'm so fucking proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You stand on your grounds. You stand on your grounds. I hate people that dodge and bab and weave and backpedaling and all that fuckery. For what? When you do something, stand in your shit. Take the same energy. If you know you can't give the energy, you can't take the shit, then don't even start with that energy. So from that now, start a whole roller coaster. But what I'm saying, a man is a man, a woman is a woman. Certain things that comes from a woman is like expected. But what I see here, I don't know if other people seen it. This guy said, look, many times he said, look, every time he came live to address the situation, he said, look, I'm a subscriber now. I'm no longer content creator. I'm a subscriber. Every chance he gets, I'm a subscriber. Suddenly, I think one or two times he maybe came back because the notification is bad. So I caught part of a replay. So I'm like, okay, he's coming back. Good. More people back. You know, it's always welcoming to see the old people coming back and all of that. The more the merrier. But what I saw went on is like Rickie sacrificed his friend. Rickie, you sacrifice your friend like for a comeback. And it's due to the numbers. I don't care if anybody see it like that. I don't give a fuck. That's what I saw. It was a sacrifice for the numbers. Because, you see, a lot of you are big with numbers. Things will never remain the same. Because if things remain the same, that means we're not making progress. Correct? So, you came out now, mess no nest, hello mess. Um, she's doing good numbers. Pizarro stay focused on her numbers. Her numbers stay strong and steady. Hello, Miss Pizarro. Brianna. Hello, Miss Brianna. Her numbers stay steady too. Lady Nika number. Hello, Queen Nika. Her numbers stay strong. So these guys' numbers stay strong, right? Stayed at least where it was. Okay, for the most part. You were absent. You came on here. And for the most part, when others are live, such as these people that I mentioned, you cannot make those numbers that you used to make. Because what you were absent, a lot of people probably don't know you're back. Or when you come back, you should make a grand entrance and say, guys, I'm back. Post on your community wall, whatever. Because some of y'all get like intoxicated for the numbers. Okay, and what I see this platform is bringing in, what you have to do up here for a couple of dollars, it don't even worth it to be tearing down and fighting down and trying to delete each other. For what? You got to have a certain amount of numbers to make that money come in. That's what I'm understanding. And I would not tip to that kind of level. For what? Embarrassing myself, bringing my shit out here and tearing down another. For what? Sometimes to get what? $2 a dollar. For what? For what? But this is what you did. You could have de-escalate everything and leave it alone. All that I know, Reta went live, and all I heard she's saying, Rickie, no, bro, you gotta come here. Like you gotta come here to come here to straighten this or whatever. I've never heard her really diving in for you and all of that. I moved away from there. I came back. And then I think somebody was responding to Rickie and saying, like saying he was in the chat or whatever. At that time, I think Rita was saying, oh, you hear? Something like to that effect. The next thing you know, to me, I look at that as a threat. You said you going live you going live and something like you're gonna expose her. And I'm like, this gotta be some kind of joke. This gotta be a joke. No, I'm talking to my fucking phone. I'm talking through the phone as though you guys could hear me. I'm like, no, I hope this is some kind of joke. Expose what? And when I switched over there for a minute and I heard you going in for this woman that not didn't call you a friend, y'all call each other brother and sister. What kind of what kind of fake fuckery is that? Hmm? Like I said, coming from a man. Because you came up here, you were all macho fucking man. But your action is nothing else but a sister. A real fucking sister. The machinist just jumped out. You were back and back with this woman that you tore down so many years ago. Not only her, you tore down her whole fucking family, and she forgave you. And you see, Rita, not only that, another content creator, she has nothing to do with this situation. She have to do with the past, but I'm not going to bring in the lady's name, okay? Because we're not cool like that. And that's why I start to shift because Rita, you know, girl, I really liked you, you know. I still like you. But the way how you operate, mm-mm, mm-mm. Mm-mm. When you see something is not, it's not going right, it's two choices you have. You either stay or you go away. And I'm not gonna go on nobody's platform and tell them what to do. You guys are more seasoned. You guys knew what you're all doing. I just have a platform. So I guess that's how y'all run the ship. So I know my mouth. And I'm not, and you don't drop your link like that to say, well, I could run up there to say, hey, this is what I'm saying because I could type that fast. Okay. So I'm not going to be going back and forth or any misunderstanding. I'm getting frustrated and you thinking it. No, I don't have time for that. But when you you see, that's what I say. When people is not paying attention, because remember, at the end of the day, the subscribers are the one that could pull the fucking plug. They could say no, no more. And after a while, people get disgusted with the fuckery. Over and over, it's the same bullshit. And you have this Fanny outing you out. I didn't see nothing that was that fucking deep. What I saw is a numbers game. I saw that Rickie saw that, hey, it have other people. Another sheriff, it have a lot of sheriffs in town, and the game is not the same. A lot of people soak up those subscribers because it's the same subscribers that's going wrong. Same thing, recycling back. So when Rickie saw that he didn't have that big demand again, all you have to do, give it some time. Give it some time. But no, you want to do it in a shortcut. Rickie think he's smarter than everyone else. So he came and said, oh, hell no. How this one got the number, that one got the number, that one got the number. Because this thing started since I was looking at it, since that food challenge. Since that food challenge, because somebody that don't want anything, because first of all, he said, we are boring. He said, it's nothing here. I'm bored. It's nothing left to do. I'm gone. I'm only going to visit there. I'm a subscriber. I'm a subscriber. I'm a subscriber. So, like, he was trying to convince himself that. So, the thing now is about the numbers game. So, what he did now, he sacrificed his friend. Because for somebody that said that they're a subscriber and nothing going on over here, or did not say, look, I'm going to come back. I'm coming back. I'm going to pick up where I leave off, whatever it is. Could have said that. Instead, no. He threw her under the bus. Threw her right there under the bus. And what he's doing, he's talking about her. But who is going and do the world tour? He is. Every platform that he was never visiting, he's on everybody's platform visiting. He's on a tour. So if you don't want to fuck with the sector, you went there, done that. There's nothing else to do. Your words. Why the fuck you going wrong with all this touring? For what? You're the one who's fighting. But yet you're going to speak about her numbers. Yet you're speaking about she want this and she want that. Yes, she said she left a lot of times because of frustration or whatever. When she was hot in the street, she leaves, she come back, she leaves, she come back, or whatever. Or whatever she was going through. Whatever she was going through at that time. But this is the longest time she really stayed away. And like you could see, her heart is not in it. You could tell. Because she was just maybe responding to whoever once in a while, and she's out of here. And first of all, if you have a friend, Rickie, and your friend is bothering you to that extent that is going in and is spilling over on your personal life, don't you think it would have been better if you spoke to your sister? Remember, you all went to that level. Your sister, and said, look, remember, I love you, but I have problems of my own too. And, this is what I cannot give you all of, right? You could have spoke to her and let her know that. Instead of you coming and airing her out. And let's go to the drug use. You said you knew she was using. And you tried to cover shit up for her. Why? You're no fucking friend. I don't ever want a friend like you. And people should open their ears, their eyes, their mouth, and everything at that. Because no friend will do that. Look at the commercials. What they say. Friend don't make friend drink and drive. You take the keys away. So I cannot see. So you are an enabler. That's what you are. Because if you know she is still getting high and you coming to make things look good here, why? Is that going to help her? Is that going to help her? You's no different from the person who's pushing and giving her the fucking drugs. Whether she OD'd or what? If she had died, you would have something on your conscience too. Because had you tell her, listen, and you know she like you, you know she love you. I just say, let me tell you something. You still fucking getting high? Guess what? I cannot fucking deal with you anymore. If you don't check yourself into rehab, don't fucking call this number. Lose this fucking number. That's what a friend will do. What the fuck you covering for? If you don't have a solution, don't be part of the fucking problem. Don't be part of the fucking problem. And calling yourself a stand-up person? No, you're not. You're far from that. But let's move on. Now, oh Lord, I saw a live just now. It may be still going on. Where the Fiesta lady and you on the platform again. You're doing your world tour. And I can't believe it. Everything this woman used so much far up her ass. So far up her ass. You're in her womb. You straight there. You dive next up. Went to the fallopian tube. Bam, bam, and drop yourself there. And ball up in a fetal position. You. Everything you said, when that woman turned to you just now and said, the Fiesta lady, turned and said, oh, I told you I couldn't deal with you at one time Because hi, on site April, hi. Because you had April over there. I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm getting excited. I said, no, he's gonna let her have it. And there's not of no fighting. I don't want to see nobody fight. But how come you did not turn and say, hey, Viesta, what are you talking about? You was calling my mother, disrespecting my mother in the wee hours of the morning because you run off of what um Chicago said, and you took that and you run with that. So, like I said, y'all are two. You know what? They say birds of a feather, not flock together, they fuck together. Y'all are two fuck up, delusional, deserve each other. Two scary bitches I just witnessed there. But one have a little more balls. Viesta have more balls than you. You think just imagine, she was upset because you had another content creator that she was not getting along with, that was once some kind of friend or somebody in that camp over there. She was annoyed, highly annoyed about that. But your mother, that she harassed that night, you don't have nothing about that. You're a scary bitch. Yeah, I say that. You're a scary bitch. Because with everybody you had a fight with, the only men I see you pick, 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 pick like a crow, like a hungry crow, a crow on steroids. It's QB. Hello, QB. QB. You stayed on him like flies to shit on stick every time you would that whatever mattress. You stayed on him. You wouldn't even come up for ear. But if yes, the lady that caused your mother because you don't give a fuck, and the whole lot of shit that you talk about is delusion. Because you speaking like if you made Rita. Hmm? If you could do that much to her, why didn't you do it for your platform? You use her to get to come up. You use Rita for that come up. Because it's after you came out with that geisha thing. And I think, don't quote me on this, guys. I think he had went over to the lady in Chicago to do an interview, and I think somebody in this B sector had turned him down and said it was too much. They didn't want no part of it. I don't know if it's Chicago. I can't remember who it was. I can't remember who it was. But you know the person who brought you and give you that kind of volume and that traffic in your way? I'm not saying maybe people wasn't in the clouds. People would not drop down. Because people like they didn't want to be associated with you because of what you did with Rita and the kids. It's when Rita went back with you and interacted with you. I guess everybody will say, hey, if that's her, her children was exposed. And then you fought. Don't forget, Rita, you fought to victimize your kids by even explaining it to these people out here that don't give a fuck. That was going to pay for therapy for your kids. What they was going to do for you? Nothing. That was one thing could have left without explanation. Because remember, Rita, you are your kid's role model, right? Yourself and Mr. Bill. Hello, Mr. Bill. I know you're not in the social meeting. Sorry, sir, I have to call your name. Anyway, you all are the role model for your children. Your kids know about social media because your kids know you're on whatever apps you're on. Correct? How you think your kids is going to feel when they see that you befriended a man that humiliated the fuck out of you. Not once, not twice. Because I heard a content creator said they don't give a fuck about you. You get what's coming to you. And I know that coming from a place of disappointment. Because that content creator, although myself and her is no longer, I'm a straightforward person. The San Antonio lady. Because that woman there, I could tell you this. Remember, guys, me and this lady's no friends since that story. We have never spoken. Okay? So nothing was paid to me, nothing was offered. We did not speak. This is what my views and what I know. I'm speaking from what I know. That lady there, that San Antonio lady, had your fucking back. And if you go back, Rita, if you go back, that lady have never spoken your children, but she speak on others. But she never spoke on your kids. And your oldest daughter, she loved the fuck out of that girl. When that girl was missing, that woman is like she gave birth to your daughter. The way how she was so fucked up. Like she was feeling every pain. Okay? Because they said it's two ways you could birth a child. From the womb and from the heart. Or both. Okay? So that one. But Rickie, I would not trust you if I was pissing on the ground and I see you coming. If I was pissing to out a fucking fire and my nanny out there and the peg dragging, I would sit in that fucking fire. I would sit down just so you not to see to go talk. Because friends, you are the true definition. With friends like that, who needs fucking enemy? But Rita, my dear, the ball is in your court now. Because when something is not good, it's just like we eat certain things and it do not agree with us, we reject it. You reject it, right? Medicine, all that, some medicine is not good for us. Allergies. So you cannot know something is not fucking good for you. Yet you go there. Yet you eat, you consume. Why? Why? And Rita, listen. I know, like I said, I don't give a fuck if you're mad with me, okay? I don't care. But I'm talking my truth. Rita, a couple of years ago, right? You and your mom had some disagreement. Y'all weren't getting along. I didn't know what had happened. But you was on one of like an apology tour. You were apologizing to people that maybe you think you had wronged or just making peace. Let's call it peace, peace, peace. I was in your chat and I said, I typed, Rita, um, are you gonna apologize to your mom? You looked down, you saw that statement. You got angry. You said no. And I said, she gotta be joking. You see that day when you told me that? I didn't know what your mother did to you, but what I know your mother did not do to you. What I don't know what your mother did to you, but I know what your mother didn't do to you. First of all, she could have aborted you, correct? So she gave you life. Second of all, she could have abandoned you somewhere in a public bathroom or wherever. She did not do that, right? She did not abuse you that CPS had to come and take you because you would have said that. Your mother had her own demons she was dealing with. You were left with a grandmother. I think you said your grandmother raised you. Okay? So, for the most part, the most important things, such as life, abandonment issue, you know she have, maybe at the time you grew up, you did not know that. But you get to understand Your mother was chasing and fighting with her own demon, which she recovered from. But when you could refuse your mom, at least for those things, you could have forgive her for whatever she did to you. But yet, you to me, I looked at you that day and I started to separate myself somewhat from you because I said, this is not good. Because those people that you apologize for, I'm sure you all got into it. What the fuck they care about you, Rita? They was talking the same thing, but they didn't have the nerve to come tell you that. Because like I said, the problem with this sector and human being in a whole, they like a lot of amen person. They like a lot of that. They never like to deal with fucking reality. They don't like when people is coming to tell them, hey, you're wrong. Don't do that. So, any which way, Rita, all I could do wish you the best, my dear. And now I'm gonna be biased. As a female to a female, I feel for you. Because most of my friends, and I just said it the other day, most of my friends are male. Out of the group of friends that I have, it's only one female. And I like it just like that. I was always like that. And listen, delete them. You know, we can't call the name, but ill them, delete it. They would never, never even think of doing something like that. And along with those friends, they're not just straight, they're not just heterosexual. I have, in my group of friends, I have 3 gay friends. Okay? And none of them would not dream. We fight up and down the sea, or up and down when we get ready to fight. And none of them would not think about that in their head because that's love. That's its love. The majority of the my guy friends, we grew up together and we remain friends over decades because I'm an old bitch. Okay. And the other 3 is over one, and you gotta say 1 decade. Okay. So a lot of y'all need to stop talking about friendship. Go and get the fucking true definition of friendship and stop using that word love and friendship so fucking loosely. And guys, whoever could share this life, share it the fuck up. Share it. And I close my case right here. The fuck? I ain't fighting no bitch. None of you. For what? You're not God. It's one man above. So I ain't fighting nobody with a big mouth. I got a big mouth. So if you come at me fuck up, I will deal with you fuck up. Right is right. Fucking humiliating that woman over and over because you can. Because you can. Anyway, guys, thanks for being here. Let me see who is here. Prayed up. Thank you for being here. Um, um, who's this? Something sweet. Um, thank you for being here, my dear. Anthony, thank you for being here. Miss Gerald, thank you so much, my dear, for being here. Latasha, thank you so much for being here. And all the people in the clouds, please thumbs up this video. All who could share, please share it. Share it. Please share it. And thank you so much. God bless as we leave here. Don't do friends like that. Bye bye. Good night.